Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I will be setting up my bullet journal for the month of August and we are doing a Ghibli theme. So grab a snack or a drink and let's get right into it. We are starting with a cover page and I am keeping it very simple with just a drawing of mini Totoro and lettering August below that. The footage at the start of the video was of the Ghibli exhibition I went to the week before and is the main reason I wanted to do a Ghibli theme for this month. I had like a huge smile on my face walking through the exhibit and it was so whimsical and it just warms my heart. It was done so well. I didn't want to leave the place. Like once you leave, you cannot re-enter and I did not want to leave. Like House Castle was actually moving and Calcifer was sizzling. Kiki was flying and I was happy. The spread on the left is a quote page and I am drawing Kiki and Gigi, and the quote I chose for this month is from Kiki's Delivery Service, the book version by Eiko Kadano, and the quote is, "She was impressed that a single ray of sun could make the world this beautiful." Both the book and the movie has beautiful quotes that is just so wholesome and does really make you stop and think about them. My mom recently watched Kiki's Delivery Service for the first time actually, and she sent me a photo of her watching the movie and says that the relationship that Kiki and Kokiri had reminded her of me and her, which that is so cute that she sent me that. I am filling in Gigi and Kiki's dress with black and I'm using a Sakura Pigma Micron with the number 1 nib, which made the filling in process much quicker. On the smaller details, I used the 0.1 nib to help fill it in, which is also the pen I used to draw the outlines for both of these drawings. I wrote the quote beneath the drawing and erased the pencil sketches before coloring it in. These spreads are quite minimal, but I do want to add some colors, so I am coloring in Kiki's bow with a red mouth liner, and the leaf that Mini Totoro is holding I colored in with a green Tombow dual brush pen. Moving on to the next spread, we are making a calendar spread and I'm just drawing a very simple grid for the calendar with a 0.1 Pigma Micron again. I think the 0.1 might be my favorite nib size, to be honest. It just works for anything except for if you need to fill in large spaces like I just did, then you would probably want to use a bigger nib size. I actually messed up one of the lines and drew it a little too long, but no worries, mistakes do happen and it's okay to make a mistake in your bullet journal. It doesn't have to always be perfect. If anything, it gives your spreads more character and it eliminates the feeling that, it has to always be perfect and the fear of making a mistake. And mistakes can usually be fixed or covered up anyways. In the top left corner, there's a little space because August starts on a Tuesday, so I am doing a little drawing of Ponyo. Again, using the 0.1 fine liner, I had so much fun making little drawings of all the characters this month. It is actually quite relaxing and the characters are so cute, so they are just so enjoyable to draw. On the bottom of the page on the right, I am drawing 3 more characters, Calcifer, No Face, and Turnip Head. Calcifer might be my all-time favorite Ghibli character. I really want a Calcifer of my own. He is just so adorable. There are 3 columns on this page, so I drew a character at the bottom of each column. I was gonna say row, but yeah, at each column, which I think made it look more organized. I won't be adding any color to the characters on this page, but I am filling some parts in with black, which I really like the look of, and I am also filling in the day header at the top with black. And I know I forgot to write the days in the header, but don't worry, I will come back to fill that in later in the video. If you guys are also a Ghibli fan, tell me in the comments which movie you like the most, which is your favorite character, even if you just like one of the movies. Like, which one do you like? When I went to the exhibition, it wasn't so crowded because I went on a weekday in the morning, which made the experience even better. I think I could take my time to look at all the scenes and didn't have to wait that long to take pictures. I took lots of pictures. They had music from the movies like playing in the background, which you can hear as you walk through everything, which was really nice. I am writing the date at the top of each box, nothing fancy, just simply writing it in. And I made another mistake on the spread. I wrote the 23rd twice and messed up the dates a little bit, but that's totally fine. To fix it, I'm just going in with a whiteout and covering the numbers that I messed up and also covering the line that I drew a little too long. I then went over it with the same pigment micron, and little mistakes like these can always be fixed, so don't be afraid to make mistakes in your bullet journals. In the top right corner, I am drawing little susuwataris and I am turning my journal upside down to make it a little easier to draw. I have mentioned that I cannot draw or write if I'm at the end of the page and there's like a drop. Can you guys write at the end of the page, or is it just me? Is this just a me problem? This section is going to be a place for me to write notes or tasks or something I need to remember for the month that does not really fall into any specific box. I am writing notes at the top and using this cream color Tombow dual brush pen to draw these horizontal lines on every other line, and I am turning my notebook again. I find it easier to draw lines horizontally. No, vertically. I find it easier to draw lines vertically than horizontally. I think everyone has their preferences for the orientation that they like to draw lines, and for me that is vertical. The next two spreads is going to be my habits and mood tracker, and I really like how I came up with the mood tracker for this month. We will see that in a little later, or you might be able to tell what it is from my pencil sketches. I used some wooden stems and a Sachihara stamp pad to stamp on the words habit and mood, and then wrote tracker beneath both of them. I am leaving space to track 4 habits this month, so I'm doing 4 more little drawings of the characters, so one for each habit. I have already decided on 3 of the habits I'll be tracking and leaving one undecided for now in case I feel like there is something I need to track. The 3 habits I have decided are my vitamins, working out, and no sugar days. The no sugar days one will be difficult because August is my birthday month and there will probably be a lot of cakes. Even if I manage to cross off a third of the days, I will be happy with myself because I have been having sugary things like every single day right now, and that is definitely not good for my health. I am only writing the dates for the first habit and doing dots for the others because I can align the dates on top with the dots at the bottom and know what date it is, and it saves me from having to write all the numbers down. Moving on to the page on the right, the mood tracker, I am drawing little stars that the Susuwataris had in the movie. I am drawing 31 of them, which I'm going to be coloring in to track my mood, and I am very excited to use this one. I am then drawing the Susuwataris themselves holding the stars, and they are really easy to draw if you do a Ghibli or Spirited Away or like My Neighbor Totoro theme. They are super fun to draw. I mean, you don't even have to set up a bullet journal theme, you can just doodle them anywhere you like. For my mood tracking, I like to pick an even number of colors to track my mood, like 4 or 6, but sometimes 6 is a little too much, so like 4. That is because then there isn't like a middle color, like there's no neutral mood, so I am forced to pick between a slightly good or a slightly bad day, which I think it is better for reflecting on your days. And the colors I chose for this month is this muted green, a yellow, and a pinkish red, and these are all mild liners colors. We are on the final spread for today now, which is the first weekly spread of August. I am lettering August in this serif font similar to the cover page at the top left corner, and also putting week 1 below that. Again, I used a 0.1 Pigma micron to do the outlines and the number 1 nib to help fill in the letters. I wrote week 1, not week whatever we are on. I don't know which week we're on, which means like the first week of August. I know like people write in week numbers differently, but for me, the first week of the month is week 1. I am then drawing these boxes for each of the days, and I am drawing 8 boxes, which there are only 7 days in a week. The other box is for the drawing of Totoro, and I think this is the picture people think of when they think of Studio Ghibli. When I was planning this spread and I thought of doing these squares for the days, there was no way I wasn't gonna include this Totoro drawing. It's just so perfect for these squares. In the empty space at the bottom left, I am drawing kodamas, and they are very easy to draw as well because they have a very organic shape which doesn't need to be perfect or symmetrical. I am really enjoying drawing all the characters this month and is excited to draw more for the upcoming weekly spreads. Just looking at Studio Ghibli characters brings me so much joy, and drawing them means that I get to stare at them for a long period of time. In the other empty space, I am drawing the calendar for the month of August and drawing more Susuwataris around it. There can never be too much. I think for this month, if I don't know what to draw, then I would just fill the space with Susuwataris. I am sorry for turning my notebook a lot on this spread. This drawing is on the edge of the page and I had to draw a lot of straight lines for this spread, and as I've said, like my preferred orientation for drawing straight lines is vertical. So yeah, I apologize. I hope the video does not make you dizzy or anything. After that, I drew little sparkles to fill the space. I love drawing sparkles. They are so cute and are a great space filler. I am drawing a little circle at the top left corner of each of the boxes, which is where the dates will go in, and using a white gel pen to write in the dates made me remember that I have yet to write in the days of the week in the header of the calendar spread. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. We'll fill that in after I am done with this spread, and for the days of the week, I am just writing it in with a 0.5 black Pigma micron. I am using this bluish Tombow dual brush pen to highlight the week we are on. It almost has this purple undertone to it, and I am using the same Tombow to draw these lines in the empty space that is left, which is going to be for my notes or tasks that does not fall on a specific day. I can write them in here, and I just used my wooden stamps to stamp on to do, and we are done with this spread. Here I am just going back to write in the days of the week on the calendar spread, and with that we are done with this setup. Here's the final flip through of the spreads we did for August, and I really like this theme. It is definitely more minimal than others artistic bullet journals, but I don't know, some people might think that this is already a lot. Bullet journaling is really up to what each person prefers, and you can do a spread with just writing or a spread full of paintings. It is fully up to you. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing to my channel because that'll put a huge smile on my face, and I would love to see you in my next video. Have a wonderful day. Bye!